DevOps engineer. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can set up the Kafka cluster in your local laptop, and it is going to be the persistent storage. And I'm going to cover the all three OS operating system, but definitely for the Linux and Mac OS, the process is going to be the same. So you have to follow the same commands. For Windows, it is a little bit different, and I will show you all the stuff with regard to that. So I've already created this. You can say that a document. It is not exactly the Docker Compose YAML. It is more of a document. So I'm going to provide you the link of this particular document, and what you have to do is to simply navigate to this document and just navigate to the bottom of this document. So what we will be doing here, we are going to set up the Kafka cluster on our local machine, and I'm going to show you the persistent storage as well. First of all, I need to tell you that, and this is the Docker Compose YAML file. It is exactly the same. It is shown here. You can simply copy this command from these dashes till end, or you can simply copy this. And the difference, or you copy this command. So the main difference in these two are with regard to the mode environment variables. So you can choose either of these. So it is totally up to you. So what I have done that I've simply copied this till here, and I'm going to open this in my VS Code editor. So this is the Docker Compose YAML you need. So I'm assuming that Docker is already installed in your laptop. For Docker Compose, you need to set up. Um, Docker Compose in your laptop is a separate installation. If you are using Windows for Docker, it is going to be available with the Docker installation. But if you are a Mac user or a Linux Ubuntu user, you have to set up the Docker Compose. So with regard to that, I'm going to show you the documentation where you have to navigate Docker Compose installation. So simply click this document and navigate to this document, and with regard to your operating system, so this is for the Mac. You can use these command and set up the Docker Compose stuff. So for Linux, if you're using Ubuntu, so these I guess 2 3 steps you have to follow, and simply copy paste this on terminal, and you will be able to set up this Docker Compose version. So as I told you, with Windows, you have already Docker Compose available for you. If you click on this Docker Hub dashboard, you will be, you can navigate to go to the settings, and okay, sources, Docker engine, Kubernetes is there. So this is the Docker engine. Okay, so let me show you the command. So by default, I think they are not displaying the stuff here with regard to the Docker Compose. So anyway, the whole idea is to show you guys this is how you install. So if you install this Docker on your laptops with Windows for Docker, so I'm using Git Bash, and I'm going to show you some of the commands which you need to interact with the different shell windows, PowerShell as well. So anyway, I'm going to show you the Docker Compose. Simply press tab for the auto completion, and you will see Docker Compose is already installed. So I'm going to navigate to my desktop. So what you have to do is to create a make directory Kafka, and I'm going to move this Docker Compose YAML to Kafka directory, and simply I'm using cd into that particular Kafka, and I'm going to do Docker Compose up hyphen t, and you will be able to see that the persistent storage with regard to your brokers, which is Kafka, is going to be available. You can do Docker ps hyphen a, or you can do Docker Compose PS, and this will give you the statuses of your brokers and Zookeeper, which is actually a service discovery which is going to manage your Kafka cluster. And one thing I need to tell you about this, that this is a single node cluster, and this is the Kafka persistence, which means that if you shut down your laptop and you will be back, your data will be stored in these persistent storage. So as I told you that I'm going to also cover the Linux and Mac OS. So similarly, a Docker Compose installation, I'm assuming that you have done that. I've created one directory here. So similar command you have to do here as well. Do Docker Compose up-d. So what it is going to do, it is going to create this Zookeeper and Kafka in our Ubuntu machine, and same for Mac OS. It is going to be uh, available, and you can use the same command as well in the Windows or um, otherwise. So do ps, or you can do hyphen a as well. Okay, now is the ps hyphen a. Okay, it is the ps. So as far as the commands are concerned, you can check the commands with dash dash help. So anyway, our Kafka cluster in Windows and Linux machines are ready. So I'm going to show you some of the commands, how you can interact. The difference between the previous video and this video is that you now able to um, connect with this Kafka cluster without even doing the Docker exact, entering into those particular containers. So let me just show you what I mean by that. I mean, it is your local machine. You just open the this particular shell, and simply, for instance, I'm going to show you some commands. So let me just show you some of the stuff that we are going to do. So, as far as the network creation, this part is really important before the creation of Docker Compose up, because I'm using this Docker create Kafka network, and this is attachable. So, this is the Kafka network I'm using. This is the external network we are using here. So make sure that you should run this command before. Let me show you that as well. And it is gonna give me an error because I've already have this network. Let me show you that this Docker network ls. So you will see in this Kafka page is already there. So now what I'm gonna show you that first of all, we are going to create topic without doing Docker exec, which means that let's see our two containers are running here, and I don't want to do entry into those particular containers. So how can I create my topic? So for your understanding, I'm providing you some of the commands, and I'm also providing you that particular link as well. So simply what you have to do is just copy this command. And this command is going to give me an error. Why it is going to give me an error? Because as I told you, this is the single node cluster, single broker cluster with one Kafka and one Zookeeper. So I'm setting up the replication factor 2, which means that there is no other Kafka, so it should give me an error. So you will see that error in a while. That you see, this is the same error I'm explaining there as well. That your replication factor too larger than the available broker, which means that we have one Kafka and one Zookeeper. So anyway, I'm going to create my topic um, with this command, and I'm going to use three partition, but the replication factor is going to be one this time. So it should not give us error this time. So this is the topic I'm creating, and you see this topic is created without entering into those containers. So another command is with regard to the listing of topics. So if you want to list topic in your Kafka cluster, so you can list those. So the whole idea is that how you're assuming that how it is going to be persistent. So persistent means that, as I told you, even you stop your machine or reboot your machine, this is the Kafka persistent storage, and this is the directory or folder. If you navigate to the configuration, you see nothing here, and if you navigate to the data, you will see those topic. I created my topic 0, 1, 2, 3. Has, you see, I mean, one replica with three partitions. It has created the three partitions. So this is persistent on your machine. I mean, this directory will be remain on your desktop or wherever you wanna store it. Make a backup of this, and you can use it later on. So this is what persistence means, that it is going to be available, so you don't have to set up all the topic creation and all that particular stuff. And let me also show you some stuff with regard to the let me show you that other stuff with regard to the persistent. Let me create one more topic. uh, let it call this cloud cloud geeks ca. So what it is going to do, it is going to create three replicas of these. If you navigate to the persistent storage and navigate to the data, you will see three of these uh, partition are created, but we have only one replication, which is the only Kafka. So this is storing all the data on your local machine, but you're able to interact with Kafka cluster, you're able to do the persistent storage, and you are doing all the stuff what you should be looking to do with the Kafka cluster. So I'm going to describe my topic. So simply copy and paste this command on your desktop machine. I mean, sorry, in your terminal. So it will describe, it will provide us the detail about this topic which I have already created, and I've shown you these three partition as well, living on your local laptop machine. Okay, so I'm going to create one producer, and I'm going to show you how you can interact with those producer as well. So in the same machine, I'm going to, in the same terminal, I'm going to run this particular command, and let me see. Okay, that is where you have to use WinPTY, or you can use the um, terminal, PowerShell terminal. So it is saying that this is the part actually I want to show you as well. So WinPTY Docker exec, and you see I'm able to successfully connect with that. So and I'm going to also uh, I want to show you the consumer as well. First of all, create one user. Let's say Cloud Geeks -ca. One, create one message. Okay, and I'm going to create Cloud Geeks CA -2. So we have two messages. So how I'm going to consume these messages. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply open one more shell here, and to just give you a parallel understanding that what we are currently doing here. Sorry. Okay, let me close the other stuff, so you will be able to easily pick what we are doing here. So this is the producer, and I'm going to create one consumer. Okay, this is the same producer command I've copied. Do Control C instead of just removing the all, and okay, creating consumer. Okay, so exactly the same stuff I have to use it. It might throw me an error because I have to use the WinPTY. And this time I'm going to show you that even you can use the what we call is that PowerShell. So you can can try to run as administrator or whatever, but this is where it will not give you or it will not ask for WinPTY that you should use. And other stuff I wanna use, if you're a Windows user, you can use that particular shell as well. I mean, you see that Kafka is running, and you see um, it is providing. This is the Kafka Zookeeper, and this is the Kafka, um, and it is providing us all the logs as well. So it give you a more UI look, and this is where you can simply click here, and you will be entered into that particular container. But what we are looking for, we are not entering into that container. We are using all the command from outside. So you can see the logs, all that stuff. um, I mean, inspect stats, what are the stats, how much RAM, CPU it is consuming, and that particular container you can do, you can see from, do same for the Mac OS. If you install the Windows for desktop, you will get the same. But for Linux, these stats are going to be through CLI, and even you can do, I guess, if it is available, it should be available. If you do Docker stats, you see, you will be able to see those stats from here as well. Same for the Linux, Windows, and Mac OS. So anyway, what I was telling you that I want to consume those messages. Okay, so of my topic, you see, I'm able to consume these messages, and I'm going to show you the live version of that. So if I create one more message here, Cloud Geeks CA dash 3, you will see that, and that is going to be available here. See, so these are the producer and consumer, and it is how much easier. Same stuff as I told you, that it is going to be on Mac OS or other OS. So, but this time I'm not gonna, uh, I'm not gonna show you all the commands in both OS, because these are the same commands you can use to interact with the producer and consumer. So if I navigate to the other commands, so I can list the consumer groups. So definitely you can do a lot more stuff than this, but the whole idea, the whole purpose of this is to show you guys that how you can easily do the stuff with regard to the persistent storage and other thing with the interaction and running of command with this. So this is the uh, with regard to the consumer group, that Kafka automatically create one a consumer if you don't provide it. So I'm going to give into I'm going to show some of the detail of this particular group that I've just shown you. So group and group name. So simply copy this and paste it here. So it gives us the detail with regard to that particular group. So what is the offset and partition level and all that stuff, uh, you will be able to see. So okay, that is it. And I'm going to show you the offsets. So what you mean by offset? The consumer information stored in the consumer offset by Kafka. So let me just run this command and see that um, what we able to see regarding the consumer of you see the Cloud Geek CA my topic. So these are the consumers of that particular topic, which we have created. So anyway, this video is more with regard to the covering of different OS installation, persistent storage, because my data is definitely with regard to the topics creation. Every stuff is going to be living. You see, in this directory. So this all persistent stuff you see is going to be living here. So that is it from my side. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. I will be back with more new videos with regard to the Kafka and other videos on any other topic. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.